So, this is a very fun quest in my opinion. Again, it involves an area. I think this we are an anvil here, but I think this note here, "Call to the Worthy," can also be found in Quatch. Urgent matter, very dangerous, pays well. You will risk your life performing this job. Only the most skilled adventurers need apply. Come to the inn in Quatch and look for an imperial named Remen Mervavius to obtain more details. Should look into this. The Sweetroll killer. Even the title is fun. I mean, if you hear the Sweetroll killer, you're already interested, right? If you do like ESO at all. Everybody loves Sweetrolls. What has a killer to do with that? Yeah, so you have basically a clash of both Assassin's Guild in like the previous quest that is in this playlist as well, and in this one. Well, not really a clash, but they meet. That is already interesting, right?
And you do well to loosen that codpiece. By the 8, what a killjoy.
Alright. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, did I mention this? I'm not putting it in the Dark Brotherhood playlist because it's not actually... You're not playing as a Dark Brotherhood assassin per se, even if it is a prerequisite and it is mentioned. It's not an assassination contract, basically, right? So I'll just put it in the random list.
You look rather well equipped. Your weapons, of
What's
course.
going on
Don't
here?
want to get booted from an establishment for using the wrong words again. Are you here about my notice? If that's the case, you're the first suitable candidate to approach me.
Yes, I'm curious about the notice you posted.
I do hope your curiosity turns into acquiescence. For the job, of course.
Of course.
I never mean to imply anything else.
Never.
I need to stop a murderer. Now, before you say, a murderer, just point me in the right direction, I have to admit, it's not that simple.
I think you need to explain this to me.
Yes, let me explain. This killer announces his intentions long before he strikes, putting the fear of Mer and men in his victims. You'd think with a warning they could avoid their fate, but alas, no. All dead.
How does the killer announce his intentions?
In the most heinous manner imaginable. A message in an innocent Sweetroll. Now he's targeted my associates. This scroll lists everyone who's recently received the threatening pastry. Talk to them and learn their connection before the killer strikes.
Love this quest. Alright, Mr. Well-Endowed. I'll talk to them and see what I can find out.
Discover the link that connects these individuals and you'll find their murderer. Hopefully while they're still alive. Do this for me, and I promise you'll like the reward I'm offering. Gold isn't the only favor I'm willing to provide.
Holy crap. Good thing I have intimidation, right? Keep talking like that and you'll have more than one murderer to worry about. That's great. Let's leave all else.
My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to offend you. I guess some people wouldn't be satisfied with all the golden anvil or my huge...
Schlong. What did you say?
Nothing. Duly noted. I promise never to make such implications again. Is there anything else you want to ask about before you start hunting the murderer?
Alright, Mr. Sleazy. You mentioned that some of the people on the list are associates of yours?
I'm a respected member of the Gold Coast Trading
Businessman.
When I heard that a number of my most trusted associates, as well as other individuals in the area, received one of these tainted Sweetrolls, I knew I had to do something.
How did you find out about this killer and his Sweetrolls?
Word gets around. There have been rumors of this Sweetroll killer for quite some time. But when one of my associates wound up dead after receiving a delicious baked good, I started making the connection.
They always gotta state that it is delicious. It's not just mentioning that it is a sweet roll or baked good. No, he has to acknowledge that it is delicious. Gotta mention that fact. So the sweet rolls are poisonous?
Not in the least. They really are delicious. No, what makes them so insidious are the tiny notes they contain. A veiled threat and a prediction of impending doom. It's ruining our profits, my tasty friend. And that's something I can't abide.
It's such a great contrast. This is why because this is also because or why the quest is just fun, because they're a little lighthearted with it. But it's still like, I don't know, people can die and are dying, you know. Has anyone else approached you about this job?
Oh, it's been nothing but a parade of beggars and unworthy miscreants, I assure you. If the lot of those ugly Ogrim lovers were on that list, I guarantee I wouldn't be offering this reward. You, on the other hand, seem to be perfect for the job.
Why not go to the Quatch Guard or the Order of the Hour about this?
Deputized thugs and warrior priests, no thank you. I already have more than enough hands in my gold pouch, what with the demands of business and all.
Business.
Besides, I'd rather keep this between you and me.
Sure.
It's so much more intimate. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. Okay, so we have 4 names now that we need to talk to.
The Grand Sermonizer. Called
shut up with your sermonizing.
Oh, the trials heaped upon Akatosh's faithful servant.
So let's start here, shall we? What elf?
Are you talking to me?
I guess I am. Did you receive a threatening Sweetroll recently?
Why in the world would you ask me about that? I'm just a beggar, you know, I beg. Spare some gold?
Very convincing.
Better not try anything. There are guards everywhere.
Love that. If that's always an indication that, I mean, that's the most convincing thing ever, right? If you're getting basically accused of something, instantly do the opposite to prove that you're not doing that. Yeah, that's totally not suspicious. Like, you're not a beggar. Huh? What? Of course I am. Spare some gold. I'm just trying to help.
What did I do wrong? People are supposed to ignore beggars. Just walk on by like they don't exist. But not you. Oh, you want to help.
Did you receive a Sweetroll with a note inside it or not?
Will you just go away and leave me alone? I don't want any trouble. But if you must know, yes. I received one of those terrible predictions. Are you happy now?
Why are you getting so upset about a few simple questions?
Because... Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. Look, you stay here and look for another beggar to bother. I'm going someplace else. Now leave me alone, or you're going to regret it.
Wait, hold on.
Don't you dare follow me. I've got some apples and I know how to use them.
Alright, that's a threat if I ever heard one. So let's get off the horse here, because we need to do some dodging here now. There's a few quests.
Akatosh and his primate will
See what happens. You get stunned.
Times.
There are a few quests that are a little different from the usual stuff. And this is basically one of it. I mean, it's not really a whodunit, but there's different thing going on. Now we have to, like, pursue someone. That's already different from most quests, right? But this character is, by the way, is stamina based. So we should have enough to run and dodge.
I found the Sweetroll killer, Commander. Help!
I don't think this is what Raz meant when he said be discreet. Raz is thinking this spy business might not work out for the Lady Elf. At the first sign of trouble, she lights herself on fire, screams at the top of her lungs, and runs in circles. Raz does not remember that technique in the handbook.
What's going on here, Raz?
The work of the Queen's eyes, that's what's going on here. That business with Captain Apinia wrapped up so quickly, Raz decided to look into another matter before heading home.
That's
Turns
pirate
out,
captain.
This other matter has eluded Raz for many years.
The pirate captain I was talking about in the quest before, in that one dungeon, Ikea, whatever. And what matter is that?
The locals call him the Sweetroll killer, yes? Much better
Yes.
than our term. The one who predicts your death and then stabs you in the face. Raz sees that you're looking into this as well. Perhaps we can exchange notes, help each other out.
So many great characters in this quest here. What do you suggest?
The Rat Master has ears everywhere. And who knows who our stabby-faced killer is? Don't want to give away our plans before we formulate them yet. Raz suggests we go somewhere more private, once you finish your investigation.
Everyone wants to get more private with me. Where is that? Where should I meet you?
Raz and Lady Elf will meet you in our safe house after you finish your tasks. We've commandeered the Enchanter's shop. Not the most luxurious hiding place, but this one has had worse. We're going to have a glorious adventure, just like old times.
Okay.
Wait, you two know each other? This is so embarrassing.
Okay, let's see. This guy.
Not you too. Can't you people just leave me alone? I come out here to think, and all I get is suspicious glances and unfounded accusations.
Accusations? Is this about the Sweetroll you received? Uh-oh. Ah, that is a disconnect. Nothing's working. Ah well, see ya. Okay, let's do this again.
Not you too. Can't you people just leave me alone? I come out here to think. You know I'm a baker, correct? So who else could be the Sweetroll killer? Oh, imbeciles. Despite the threats and the loss of business, I did receive one of those menacing Sweetrolls. The note inside even predicts my impending death.
You're not worried?
Would it do any good? From what I've heard, everyone who receives these prognosticating pastries dies, despite the explicit warnings. Who am I to suppose I can avoid the fate that so clearly awaits me?
That's a bit fatalistic. If that's the right word. Did you know any of the other killer's other victims?
I met some of them when they came to accuse me of sending the threatening baked goods. As if I'm the only baker capable of making Sweetrolls in the entire Gold Coast. They ran, they hid, they avoided others, and then they died. Each and every one.
So you're just going to do the exact same thing?
No, I have work to do and my life to live. At least as long as I'm able. People enjoy my cakes and pies, I'd never deny them such delicious treats. But why do the predictions of a tasty bun concern you, I wonder?
Tasty. Everybody says that, tasty. Someone hired me to find and stop the murderer.
Seriously? Well, good luck with that. I truly wish you well. All the same, I'll continue with my chosen course of action, seeing as how no one has been able to stop the Sweetroll killer so far. Unless, of course, you have a better suggestion.
Actually, I don't. I think we'll stick with whatever they're suggesting here. You should keep doing what you're doing, remaining in plain view.
Thank you so much for agreeing with my very personal decision. Now, if you're done interrogating me, I'd like to finish this peaceful moment before I return to work. And most likely die horribly, just as the Sweetroll predicted.
Someone just got assassinated right next to us.
All of Wayrest is talking about you. You're a hero for taking down...
I love wandering the merchant stalls, examining all the goods that we helped bring to the Gold Coast. I get a certain amount of pleasure from experiencing the result of all my paperwork and negotiations.
I understand that you received a threatening Sweetroll recently.
How did you know about that? I didn't tell anyone. Of course, it was delivered to the trading company building, so I suppose someone could have seen it arrive. Yes, I received a Sweetroll. Came in a small box. At first I thought nothing of it.
And then?
I took a bite and found a slip of paper inside. With a message. But it didn't sound very threatening. Not until you mentioned it. Tomorrow is your last day in Kvatch. I just assumed I'd be going to Anvil. Business.
Well, maybe. I think you've been targeted by the Sweetroll killer.
What? You really think so? I've heard of the Sweetroll killer, sure, but why would he target me? I think I'd better just keep doing what I've been doing. Remain in the market, near all the merchants and their customers. That's safe, right?
Let me think for a minute here. Do you know anyone else who received a Sweetroll?
There was that wood elf merchant we worked with. I found him floating in a river not far from here. He got a Sweetroll with a message. Kept to his daily routine despite the warning. Then one day, he never showed up at the trading company.
So this contradicts what he said before, right? I mean, let's not stick with his suggestion, but rather with what the game suggests here. Do you work with Raymond Vivavius?
Raymond? I'd rather not discuss my relationship with Raymond if you don't mind. He's everything I abhor about a certain class of trader. Greedy, self-indulgent, and interested in nothing more than increasing his hoard of gold.
So he's a friend or colleague or associate, whatever. Did the same thing he does and stuck to his routine, but he got killed. I was hired to find and stop the murderer.
You were? Well, that makes me feel so much better. If anyone can stop the Sweetroll killer, I imagine it will be someone just like you. I'm going to finish my tour of the merchant stalls, unless you think that's unwise.
Let's go with something different with this guy. You should find some place to hide until I catch the killer.
I knew this day was going too well. Now I'm being threatened by a tasty dessert with the same murderer. I'll go and hide inside the Gold Coast Trading Company. It's sturdy as a fortress, and there are always people around. I'll be safe there.
Not sure that was the right decision. Let's see. And one final target. Oh, by the way, we can... That's the arena. We can talk to this merchant here as well. Run out, burn.
Yes, I sell sweet rolls, but I have nothing to do with this sweet roll killer nonsense.
The town is going nuts about the Sweetroll killer. Luna.
Oh, hello. Careful where you step. I just planted some seeds, and I'd hate to have to start all over again. But you didn't come over to hear me complain. What can I help you with today?
I understand you received a threatening Sweetroll recently.
A sweet roll? How do you know about... Yes, I received a sweet roll, just as my husband did before he disappeared. What interests are my troubles to you, I wonder?
I was asked to look into the Sweetroll murders.
Really? Did Riemann hire you? How kind. Though why he cares now when he couldn't have been bothered after my husband vanished makes me curious as to his true intentions. Perhaps fate will take a different course. Certainly I didn't predict your involvement.
Talking about fate, suddenly. You know Riemann.
I thought I did. Well, no. I don't know him that well. I mean, I know people like him. Liars and cheaters who use people and take advantage of their giving nature. So Riemann hired you to stop the murderer. I find that to be very interesting.
Tell me about your husband.
My husband? He received one of those sweet rolls with the message inside, just like I did. The dire prediction frightened him, I can tell you that. He gathered weapons and locked himself in his study. But he still disappeared without a trace.
That's odd. He disappeared while the other guy was floating in the river. So there's at least one time where there was no body found, I guess. There wasn't a body. Exactly what I was thinking.
No, not even a drop of blood to remember him by. But my husband was just one of a series of murders linked to this Sweetroll killer. It's been going on for months and months, and now Riemann suddenly cares? I wonder why he's had a change of heart.
Yeah, maybe he's up to no good as well. Seems to be in his nature. Anything I can do to help?
No. The others who received the sweet rolls, I'm sure they need more help than me. I've got a house in Anvil. I can hide there until you catch the murderer. Just watch out for that Riemann. His own interests are more important to him than anything else.
Wow, you got a house everywhere. I appreciate the warning. Alright, so now we can talk to Razumdar at the enchanter shop. Don't mind all the dead people. Those are just my business associates doing their work. So yeah, as you can see, this is not a Dark Brotherhood quest. You're not running around doing what they're doing. Killing people. In fact, you're almost like an inspector. And this is what also makes the quest a little bit different. Yeah, I guess maybe it is a whodunit, but it's not really. Kinda. Yeah, well, I guess it is. But it has more facets to it.
Raz told me how you helped him in the past.
You look
Sorry
different.
I ran off earlier. I'm new to this Queen's Eyes stuff. You kind of surprised me when you started mentioning the threatening sweet rolls. I thought I had somehow blown my cover.
So she's the newbie. Eye of the Queen.
Raz knew you would find us. It's not much, but it's private. The enchanter is an old friend. I helped her out once when an enchantment went wrong. Made most of Raz's fur fall out. Very embarrassing. Still, now we get this comfy meeting place.
Sure. Why does a murderer unquestioned concern an eye of the Queen of the Dominion?
Raz has seen these types of killings before. A victim receives a sweet roll that contains a prediction of impending doom, then is murdered a few days later. The murderer killed several of the Queen's advisors and then escaped. made Raz look bad.
You think it's the same murderer?
So much doubt. Haven't you figured out that Raz is perfect yet? But yes, I fear we're dealing with the same monster. Luckily, my apprentice received a Sweetroll. That means
Luckily.
I can set a trap. There's just one problem.
Just one?
Alright, probably more than one. But what concerns Raz is the network of messengers the killer is using to deliver his gifts. They've placed notes in the oddest locations. Raz fears these actions indicate the killer plans to strike, and soon.
So what's your plan?
We locate a messenger and figure out what they've been placing around town. Maybe even get them to lead us right to the killer. Meet Raz outside and we'll track them together.
What about your apprentice?
What about her? Oh, right.
Oh,
She'll stay here and hopefully not wind up murdered.
okay.
She's still in training, and we haven't gotten to the use of weapons yet. Last time I gave her a dagger, she almost put out her eye.
Alright, we gotta choose again, and let's stick with what Raz suggests here. Good idea. If she can't handle a weapon, she shouldn't have one.
Raz is glad you agree. Weapon safety is very important, yes? Now, let's go track down the killer.
Yeah, let's. And by let's, he means I. Oh, me.
Raz forgot how much he hates working out. Raz saw one of the suspicious messengers near the hedge maze to the southwest. Why this city has a hedge maze is a mystery for another.
It's all right to be angry, you faithful of Akatara.
Well, actually, it's not just me. For once. There's an entrance here to the hedge maze. Alright. Let's stick to the right wall. That is still the outer wall, outer wall, outer wall, outer wall, outer wall. And still outer wall. Here we go. Suspicious message. The beautiful darkness asks that we that we alter our drop locations for the next stage of research. Deposit the scrolls with your findings at these new locations around Quatch. An accurate map requires all parts listed below. Place your code at the bottom so the next runner can deliver it. Moves Everlasting Stream, perch above the sport fighters, Eternal Night, where we gaze down on the streets.
A coded message. Raz hates riddles. You'll figure it out, yes?
Alright. Stick to the left this time. So, at the enchantment shop where we just were, we could look down on the streets from there, right? But there are more buildings like these. There, you can already see the quest marker. Up high note concerning the baker. Strange man, even for a high elf. Doesn't seem to like many people, and the feeling appears to be mutual. His baking skills are without question, however. In fact, people claim he bakes the best sweet roll in all of the Gold Coast. We really need to check those sweet rolls. I'll place an order. Code location, east of the cathedral. Alright, so we got the first one. Eternal Night. Let's see. This does look like an Eternal Night. Standing guard. Eternally. Concerning the gardener, claims her husband was murdered by the Sweetroll killer, but there's no evidence she was ever married. That's interesting. Interesting little tidbit. She appears to talk about fate a lot. And she certainly knows how to fight. So I throttle a street thief who tried to pick her pocket. Code location. Inside the building where 3 paths meet. Alright. Sport fighters. I mean, I think the arena would be a place for sport fighters, right? Oh, why is it lagging, you know? Yeah, we can already see the quest markup here. Arena fight. So inviting, right? Concerning the one who calls herself a beggar. She's not a beggar, that we know ourselves. In fact, we're not really sure what she is. Why someone would pretend to be a poor beggar and do so badly, I might add. I have no idea. She was seen in the company of a rather handsome Kujitsu. Good location, not on the main road. Alright, they're going to leave the arena fighters to themselves though, now. So the wolf's everlasting stream. Alright, calm down. Yeah, this one took me a while to find out, to be honest. Because there are a few, like, the territory could be everywhere in the city. So I thought this is a stream, kinda, but is it really streaming? I thought the pub might be it, because there are liquids streaming. And of course I thought one of the fountains might be, or wells might be it. No, in the well it is not really streaming. So that would leave us with fountain that maybe has a wolf's head. Now if only I would remember where that fountain was. So it is a fountain, yes. Oh, right here. Soggy note. Concerning the one who calls himself a trader. Tobias has been stealing documents, contracts and other financial records from the Gold Coast Trading Company. We have yet to determine what he plans to do with the stolen information, but profit probably plays a part in his plans. Is this reason enough to want him dead? Maybe. Code location? South of the bank.
These notes should lead us to whoever commissioned this research. There must be. Read them again.
Alright. So if you take too long, Razumdar will actually say that he's a genius and he figured it out himself. I didn't ask him though. What I don't know what he says when he when you actually ask him that. So, code location. South of the bank. Jesus, I hate those guys. They're so loud, even if you're standing miles away from them. South of the bank. Let's check out the bank. So that would be here. Leaves us with this territory. Everything south of the bank. Inside the building where 3 paths meet. That is very specific. So it has to be a building south of the bank where 3 paths meet. Yeah, we got. We'll read the other ones as well. East of the cathedral. Alright. So must be in this region here, right? South and east. Not on the main road. Alright. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what they consider the main road. guess here. And there are not too many places where 3 paths meet. I guess you could consider this one, but that could be considered the main road as well. But there is another, maybe here. But there's also one that is a little further away. It's south of the bank. It is kinda still east-ish of the cathedral. So I'm not sure it is a good description because the east implies here, alright? But we'll go to this building anyway, just for the fun of it. At least it has 3 paths and it's not on the main road for sure. Let's see who does this house belong to. Fermit's house. We need to unlock it, but it's simple.
You really shouldn't break into a house that someone has already broken into. Where's your sense of honor, Razandar?
Ah, of course. The beautiful darkness. Wait, is Naryu the Sweetroll killer? Raz would be sad to have to kill you now.
Well, I am a killer, but I'm not the killer.
The banter is
And
real.
what's that one doing here? This has nothing to do with the Brotherhood.
Raz is confused. You better talk to Naryu so we can figure out what's going on here. If Raz knew Naryu was here, he would have brought flowers. Or wine. This one heard she likes a good bottle of wine. Or maybe a new dagger. Tell the truth. Raz's fur is sleek and shiny, yes?
If you and your Brotherhood comrades sent me that Sweetroll, I'm truly disappointed. I thought you'd realize by now that I don't take kindly to threats. Besides, it's hard not to look good in tight leather without being tempted by tasty pastries.
What are you talking about, Naryu?
No one knew I was on the Gold Coast. No one except you.
Yeah, previous
Suddenly,
quest.
someone delivers a Sweetroll with my name on it and a note predicting my untimely demise. It looks like you betrayed me. Give me a reason not to run you through.
She's so sweet and so evil and nasty at the same time, right? We're looking for the Sweetroll killer. I didn't even know you were still in town.
So you followed my messengers and found me instead? Ever since I received the threatening Sweetroll, I've been looking into other targets, trying to figure out who knows me and why they want to kill me. Well, why they want to kill me this time.
Find out anything that can help us? We're on the same side here. Gotta remind you.
Everyone who received one of the menacing Sweetrolls is traveling to Anvil for one reason or another. Seems to me, if the killer is smart, that's where he'll make his move. As a matter of fact, I'm headed there now. No one threatens me and lives.
Then Anvil is where we're going to.
Just don't get in my way. I'm still trying to figure out your game in all this. But we've worked well together in the past. Might as well take advantage of that. I'll confer with Raz to make sure he and I see eye to eye, and we'll meet you in Anvil.
Sure. I love purple eyes, man. Just looks great in that dark skin.
Raz has ears as sharp as a dire wolf. This one heard everything you say. The Queen would probably frown upon working with the likes of Naryu Virium, but Raz says the more the merrier.
Sure.
At least until we catch the Sweetroll killer.
See, that's what I mean. I love all the characters. Not all of the characters, sorry, but a lot of the characters. They're all kind of fun. Very entertaining. I mean, it could be more when it comes to the Elder Scrolls. It could always be more character development, more story. always. But what they got in here, it's very good. I like it. Like, let me rephrase that. The things they put effort in. I mean, it's not like the other quests have like a question mark. The quest givers have a question mark above the head, and you get a little text and fetch me 20 something and kill that and that. It's not that obvious and not that boring. But still, those quests here stand out a little bit more. Because you already know the characters from other quests, so it goes deeper. You know, it's like if you read a book and you stick with it, it's only natural that you care more about the protagonists and the side characters and all that. Just because you spend more time with them, and that's also what's happening if certain certain NPCs, if you meet them over and over again. At least as long as they're not annoying, of course. So I do like a lot of the more established NPCs. Let's put it that way. Like here, there's that brother and sister pair. That's not always, but those quests are also fun. Well, what is their name again? Oh no, I already did the quest. They're usually here. The sister is the adventurous type, and the brother is the mage. Both dark elves. They're like delve dwellers, explorers.
If you stare at that statue any harder, Raz, your eyes will pop right out of your head.
Raz is just admiring the beautiful mermaid. It is so large and shapely.
Is the cat always like this?
Actually, this is one of Raz's good days.
There's a book about it as well. The Mermaid. The famous mermaid of Anvil. People love her. For whatever reason.
Good. We're all here. Now the real fun can start. Raz and I have been discussing our options, at least when I can get him to take his eyes off the mermaid. I'm eager to see who the murderer really is. Mostly so I can kill him.
That sounds like fun. We need to come up with a plan to catch the killer.
Already have one, hero. Raz wants the Wood Elf and I to stick close so he can watch out for us. We'll gather the rest of the targets and get them to safety. I'd prefer to let the killer find me and finish this, but the cat is very insistent.
What do you want me to do?
I don't trust Riemann. He hired you to look into all this, but I think he knows more than he told you. Go to the Gold Coast Trading Company and find out whatever you can about this fool. He makes my ears tingle, which tells me he's hiding something.
Do you know Raman Mivavius?
Never met the man, but Raz filled me in on the details. I had my eyes and ears around town do some digging. They confirmed that Riemann visited with all the targets right before he hired you.
He never told me about that.
My guess is he never told you about a lot of things. That's why I want you to go and take a closer look at him. Get rough if you have to. Make sure he tells you everything he knows. You might have the key we need to stop the Sweetroll killer.
You want me to get rough?
Oh, I'd enjoy a little rough play with you, hero. But for now, I want you to go learn more about Riemann. Preferably while holding a blade to his throat. He met with all of the Sweetroll killer's targets except me. And I want to know why that is.
You're going after Riemann? Good. He's worse than a guar in heat. Tried to get fresh with me when he came to ask about the Sweetroll I received. Bet he walked with a limp for a week after I kicked him right where it hurts.
Raz will work with the lovely Nario. Make sure the remaining targets get to the hostel safely. Meanwhile, you go interrogate Riemann. Make him talk. Use whatever methods you deem necessary. Just don't tell Raz what they are, yes?
Yeah, Raz likes to keep some things in the dark, right? So yeah, we don't have stealth with this character, but there will be a little section here now where we have to actually sneak. Pick this lock first. It's even intermediate, not that easy. That grunting is not helping.
Can I help you?
This is dumb, isn't it? I mean, I clearly had it. And he interrupted and... yeah, well. This huge AoE is not helping, by the way. If there's anyone in the other rooms, I will trigger them as well. Let's find out who's moaning here. So, is that you? You ate a Sweetroll, didn't you? Riemann's fortune. The man who betrays fate's holy instrument doesn't live to enjoy the fruits of his labor.
This is your fault. I never should have hired you. What was I thinking? Because of you, the killer decided that I was a threat. Sent my own Sweetroll with a message inside. Then she cut me with her poison blade. Now I'm dying because of you.
The killer targeted you too?
I found her on one of my trading expeditions. She talked of visions, how they helped her shape the ripples of fate. Crazy talk.
Fate, huh?
Useful. You understand? I could point her at a target, like an arrow. Set her loose and watch them die.
The Sweetroll killer works for you? That is interesting.
Not anymore, obviously. You mentioned my name. Shouldn't have done that. She knows I betrayed her. Knows I sent you to eliminate her. Hid my involvement in all this. I knew it the moment I arrived in Anvil and saw the Sweetroll waiting for me.
Yeah, we all shouldn't have done certain things, I guess. Tell me who the killer is and where I can find her.
You met her. The gardener. She has a farmhouse, southeast of Anvil. She won't be there for long. I'm dying, and it's your fault. I hope you realize I'm not going to pay you for this.
That's what he's thinking about in his final moments. Women, whatever your name is. Report to your allies. We won't lose too much if we get caught here. We can just drop down here.
Well?
Damn this Sweetroll killer! We were only able to get a few of his targets to safety, and it's only a matter of time before he finds the rest of us. I'm beginning to really dislike this soothsaying maniac and his menacing morsels.
Menacing mortals. It's always fun when they talk about the Sweetrolls.
I thought I heard someone sneaking around the enchanter's shop, but I never saw anyone, murder or otherwise. Probably a good thing considering Raz wouldn't give me a weapon.
So yeah, if you give her a weapon, this goes differently. She won't be here then.
Raz must sadly report that we could not find all of the killer's targets. Just the ones you see here in the hostel. The killer has struck. Raz feels it in his paws. I just hope we can keep the others safe.
I know who the killer is and where we can find her.
Really? Raz is impressed. Did you threaten and cajole? It's Riemann, correct? We can go to the inn, get drunk, and put this sorry affair behind us. Wait. Riemann isn't a her.
Yeah. Indeed. No, Riemann's not the killer. Not exactly. It's Luna.
The gardener? No wonder Raz couldn't find her. But we're wasting time. If you know where the murderer is, we should get moving. Let's go dunk this Sweetroll killer in the bitter milk of justice.
Again with those Sweetroll references. What about the people here in the hostel?
Raz would try to convince Naryu to stay and watch over them, but he doesn't want to get a blade stuck between his ribs.
Probably the best.
Let's
for
hope
the best.
luck favors the bold, and we stop the killer before she comes back for the others.
So yeah, if you make the right decisions, the other guys will be here as well. I chose the wrong thing apparently.
Won't you take pity on me?
Oops, nobody saw
You're
that.
nothing but a criminal, you betcha!
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I need to pay off
What is it?
the guards. Okay, so we need to go to a farmhouse. There's a guard there. We need to avoid. And another one.
Poor soul.
Nope, I'm a poor soul myself. Okay. Not that far away. At the end of the road. It's not marked or anything. But there's nothing else there. I thought I would have I made the right choice there, but apparently not. Oh well. Sacrifices were made. Here we are. Farmhouse.
Raz thinks this place is too quiet. Good spot for an ambush, yes.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I could use a good fight right about now.
You send very mixed messages, Nari. One moment you're flirting, the next you're stabbing. It's very confusing.
Well, that's only because you assume the two are different, Rosm dear.
love the banter. Love the talk. Ransom dear.
I have an urge to just cut this woman's throat and be done with this. But I suppose we should find the missing targets first.
Raz hates quiet in situations like this. Quiet never ends well. Raz just hopes the targets are still alive so we can rescue them. Tread carefully, Sharpclaw.
Where is everyone?
Place was quiet and empty when we arrived. To be fair, we haven't checked any of the buildings yet. Raz wanted to wait for you. No one wanted to miss their own party, yes? Whenever you're ready, we can start the search.
I'm ready.
The threads of fate align! Kill them now!
Oh good, Raz has found them.
You can say that, yeah. Oh. Going into stealth won't help you much, though. That AoE circle gets bigger with time. But we also do get plenty of enemies. Oh shit. My buff food. If I ever had any. Oh, it's gone. Oh well.
I know that. So sheathe your weapons and come inside.
Luna. But first I need to loot something here. Need to get some money back. That always makes for some good money.
Don't let her talk her way out of this. Only one of us is leaving this building alive, and it isn't Luna.
This killer behaves in most unexpected ways. Be careful. Raz thinks her brain has come loose and sloshes around inside her head.
So there they are, the two guys. But you will see in a second that they're still breathing.
I knew you'd find me.
Yet.
The fates told me so. But the climax isn't certain. There are many paths before us.
Looking good in that armor, suddenly. Not like an old lady anymore. But it's kind of hard to tell with Dark Elf women, right? More predictions from the Sweetroll killer?
You don't know how much I despise that name. I am a fate bearer, one of the select few who can see what the future holds and then do something about it. Each of my targets has the potential to cause unmitigated disasters. I stop them.
So, the armors the attackers were wearing were like Ashlander style, so it is an Ashlander tribe. And that is also fitting with the name Fate Bearers. I think at least. You're saying that your victims were so evil they had to die?
Good and evil has no bearing on my visions. It's their actions that concern me. Each causes a ripple that radiates through time until a disaster occurs. Economic collapse. The death of a prominent leader. A queen betrayed. I had to stop them.
The trader, the baker, the ice apprentice? But what about Naria?
Her fate is the worst of all. Her daughter causes the world to burn. Or she could. The future is a fluid thing. Wow. I have seen my escape and my death.
Well,
both possible
you don't
at this moment.
Really know what's going on then.
By each of your allies. But the choice is yours.
Oh well, I guess like a blurry picture is better than no picture at all. Why should I let you go free?
To save these people, of course. Let me walk out of here, and I'll provide the antidote for the poison now coursing through their blood. Or kill me, and let them die.
Poison again.
The choice is yours. Confer with your allies, then let me know what you decide.
I'm playing as an evil character. If it wasn't obvious yet. Playing as a Dark Brotherhood member kinda automatically makes you evil.
I can't believe you're even considering this. Did you hear how crazy she sounded?
I guess I know what your opinion is.
Damn right you do. She's crazy as a cracked mud crab. All that talk about fate and the future, and what she said about me. I don't have a daughter. I hate children. It's never going to happen. Only when you look at it. Luna has to die.
Yeah, because you're personally involved here now. What about the people she targeted?
What about them? She's going to kill again, and she's going to come back for us. She thinks we're going to wreck the world. If we save a few now, how many more will she kill later? I say end her life and be done with it.
Yeah, doesn't that fit for all of us? We're all killers here, except maybe for Rhythm Die.
Raz heard the nonsense that spilled out of the killer's mouth. Why are we even considering bargaining with this crazy dark elf?
So they both agree to save the lives of the people she targeted?
Well, yes, there is that. Raz changed his mind. Bargaining should be considered. We have to do whatever we can to keep these people safe. Besides, we can always resume the hunt another day.
So he made a little change here. Now we have to decide. So Razumdar is kinda the good guy, even though he first said let's kill her. And Nario stands for the evil choice. Do you think we can trust her?
No, not even a tiny bit. But Raz supposes that a chance to save innocents is better than no chance at all. Raz says let her live.
Yeah, well, I guess I kinda told you already what I'm going to choose.
Nayu is right, you know. The Fate Bearers will come for them. All of them. It's what we do. Still, while there's even the slimmest chance that you can save these people, can you risk not taking it? Can you?
I know what we need to do.
Then out with it. Don't leave us all in suspense. Which of the possible fates have you decided to favor with your decision?
I agree with Nario. You need to die.
I accept your decision and will not resist. I have seen all the possible fates, and now I am destined to lose to you every time. My brethren will finish what I began, though. I know this in my heart. The future is safe in the Fate-Bearer's hands.
Well, that's convenient that you don't want to fight back.
No! What are you doing?
It had to be done, Raz. We let her leave and she just becomes somebody else's problem.
This is not how an Eye of the Queen does things. This is more like the Brotherhood, or the Morag Tong.
Yes.
Get over yourself, Cat. We saved lives today, including mine. I'll be in the inn at Kavat for a while longer. Come and see me before I leave when you get a chance.
And if you choose to side with Razumdar will tell you the same.
Raz understands the logic that the Dunmer proposed. But to not even try, that is not this one's way. Perhaps it is time Raz goes back to the Queen. He will let her know that the one who killed our people so many years ago is taken care of.
Yeah. I don't know if it's at the same place where they meet. I don't remember that. But somewhere in town. You can meet Raz and almost not worth going for the shrine there. Yeah, well, meet you there. Okay, we're here.
Well, look who's here. Afraid I'd be without giving you a goodbye kiss.
Someone got a goodbye kiss, alright. That's an interesting outfit.
After all we've been through, and that's the very first thing you want to say to me? To be fair, it's very comfortable, and it looks great on me. It's the uniform of my organization. They expect me to dress the part when I arrive back home.
Where's home exactly?
Vardenfell. It's far from here, but I have friends and family there. It'll be good to see them again. Besides, I hear my organization has big plans in the works. Can't blame me for wanting to be a part of all that.
What about the Fate Bearers?
I haven't forgotten what the Sweetroll killer said. Her words will probably haunt me for the rest of my life. But it's my life, and I plan on living it. I'll deal with the Fate Bearers when the time is right. For now, I just wanted to thank you.
Can't you stick around a little longer?
Don't get all sentimental on me, hero. We both have our paths to follow. Damn, that sounded like a Fate Bearer, didn't it? Look, let me leave you a single kiss. One really good kiss. If you ever want another one, come find me in Vardenfell.
Well, there you go. I don't even get to see a kiss though. She just turns her back on us. Was she wiping a tear away? Who knows? Guess we have to imagine the kiss. And the music. It's kind of swelling. Want to talk to her again?
Just one kiss to a customer. But I promise something even better the next time we meet. Now, if you don't mind, I don't want you to see me eat this Sweetroll. And don't judge me. After everything that happened, I deserve a tasty treat.
You sure do. Well, and that was the Sweetroll killer. That was fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.